If every story you tell about your past relationships sounds like something that happened to you, you're not seeing the part that could actually change your future. And no, this is not about blaming yourself. It's about finally understanding what you bring into a relationship that keeps repeating. Well, hello, I'm Renee, and here's
Hi everyone, this is Michaela. How are you today?
rather hot, and I no pun intended. Okay, how you doing, Michaela?
Well, I'm doing fine. Today we had a lot of rain. My house had a little accident because of the water. Who just we forgot to close a window, so with all the rain that we got, well, it looks like a little swimming pool in, in my house. It was awesome, but it was fresh, so well.
Well, here it hasn't rained, but it's been an oven, and I really wanted to go to the pool, but on Friday, a bunch of men went into the pool. Nothing against men, but these were like 15 men, and they were drinking beer, and I'm like, okay, drinking
Yeah,
beer.
I think you
Yeah,
won't be able to swim.
swim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to get clean. Because, folks, when people drink liquor, it's like they relax too much and then the pee comes out, I'm sorry, but that's the vibe I'm getting. So I'm waiting for it to be clean.
Yeah, it's better, definitely. So what's the topic today?
Well, I wanted to ask you that very same question, but, uh,
For once, I was the one who asked. We're,
yes, yes, go ahead, yeah.
so today we are going to talk about, again, relationships as always, but how to be a better partner, how to make things better, or why do we act sometimes in ways that we don't realize that might be a problem.
Oh, so like staying stuck in the same pattern?
Kind of. Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. Yeah, you end one relationship, then you start a new one, and you reach the same sort of conflicts. Not that it's going to be negative, but when you get to those points and you're like, oh wait, I was here before, except this is another person, right? So yeah, I mean, well, I think that's when you have to really ask yourself solid questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people avoid this question in particular, which is when you think of your past relationships, who were you in that relationship?
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you don't even know who you were in that relationship, but you didn't know if you give something, if you were enough.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you didn't know if you were or weren't really ready to be in that relationship.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are like, what happened? Why did this end? It is because this person wasn't able to meet me and go where I was, or maybe because this person couldn't meet me when I needed in the right place. There's a lot of questions there.
Yeah, like when you think about it, you're like, did I speak up? or did I remain silent?
Yeah.
Did I ignore things that I knew weren't right? You know, those red flags we always talk about. Did I expect them to read my mind? Like, you have to go back and really trace what you did so as to try to avoid repeating the same story.
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, it could be true, you know, those things might happen, but it's not always true either.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, with proper glasses or spectacles, you know, if your relationships keep ending in similar ways, then that is definitely not a coincidence. You know, it's like, oh my goodness, I broke up with Jonathan last year. We broke up over financial matters. And now I'm with Mark. I mean, 5 months after I broke up with Jonathan, I started dating Mark. We got together. And we're having these financial arguments. And I'm really tempted to terminate things. And I mean, that's Jonathan and Mark. And maybe if you go back further, maybe you had to deal with Lewis or with Jack or something. And
Yeah, and you realize that your relationships keep ending in the same way or similar way.
yeah. So that's when you have to take a step back and think.
That's not a coincidence.
It's like, why am I having this argument all over again? Or cheater guys, you know? I mean, there's a bunch of topics.
Yeah, sometimes you have you can find someone who you think is not reacting the same way because we are not exactly the same person when with different partners. I mean, my ex could be, and I could be. I have some things who are similar now in my relationship that I have right now, you know, in my present. But if I can see that I'm always have the same kind of problems in every single one of my relationships, it's because I have a pattern and I don't know how to break it. And patterns, you know, they don't change just because a person change. I mean, I can be with Jason, as you just said, in the past, and my relationship had a problem, and we had our issues, and, you know, and we broke up. And now I'm with a new one, but I still have the same patterns. And it's not because the person changed, because I have another partner, but I still have the same problems. So sometimes we are like, yeah, but it's the past. And one thing that I'm always trying to explain is that the past is not in the past if it's still making your life a living hell in your present. If you continue to have the same kind of problems in your relationships, the same one you have in the present that you had 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, and you can see that there's always the same kind of ending or problems or arguments and stuff, it's because your past is still in your present. Is your present.
Yeah, you're dragging things from the past into your current relationship. And that's a deterrent. That's not going to allow you to grow with your partner, you know, because you're bringing stuff from the past into it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and maybe the other person is too. I mean, it could happen both ways, not just you.
Absolutely. I mean, as you just said, in a relationship, you have at least two people.
Yes.
You can have more, and I'm not saying that you have a lover or something, but it can be the problems that you had with your ex, the problems that you had with his mother or her mother. It can be a lot of things, because sadly a relationship, even if it's something that happens between two people, those two people have family, friends,
Yeah.
a lot of people around, and those people might be a problem too sometimes.
Yeah, well, especially if you allow them to enter your relationship, or if your partner does. I mean, because it is supposed to be between you and unless you're polyamorous, but I'm not going to get into that. What I'm getting at is, yeah, the relationship is supposed to be between you and your partner, not his mother or your cousin or his, or your best friend, no, it's between both of you. But if that is not established from the get-go, other problems are bound to spring up, and again, patterns are repeated if you already lived that with other people,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, what is a relationship?
Well,
It's not you, it's not just them. Yes.
exactly, it's not, because it's also what happens between you and your partner.
Mm-hmm.
The way you can argue, or the way you can talk, or the way this person is going to react when you say something that they don't like, how they are going to respond when they have something important that happen, or a crisis. You never know how this person is going to react or respond. And it's also how that response can change you or affect you.
Yeah, and it's between the two of you. That's why, as you said, it's between you and the person, not you and your future mother-in-law, or him and his future father-in-law. It's between the both of you, and sadly, a lot of people just don't get that. They don't make it sufficiently exclusive, and that's why things fall through the cracks. Or this comparison with the past as well. Some people go back into the past and say, well, so-and-so didn't treat me like that, or so-and-so didn't do this. And it's like, what are you doing stepping back into the past when it already happened?
Yeah, but the thing is, I think that sometimes people go back, or maybe way back, because the other side of this person, his partner or her partner, are kind of able to see that there's a pattern who is repeating with this person, and they don't want to continue to be, in this situation that this person has been for a very long time in other relationships. As we just said, sometimes your past is in your present, and it can affect your relationship if you have always the same kind of reactions, because we all know somehow relationships are also kind of a loop. If you say something, yes, if you say something, they are going to react, and then you react too, and then you react back, and then you continue to do that all the time, and before you realize it, you are both stuck in the same loop all the time, and you're not going anywhere. You're still doing the same thing. And the truth, it's kind of hard to hear, but you are not just reacting to them. You are actually helping to create a version from the way you're reacting. It's like a circle.
It's like they're already you condition them without knowing, and they condition you, so the reactions are going to be the same over. It's like watching a film over and over and over and over and over, and it's like, oh my god, I know. Like, you made me think of Tom and Jerry, the cartoon. I mean, I've seen all the freaking. Oh, I know exactly what Jerry's going to do, and there's Tom, and
it's all over the same. It's always the same old story all over again and all over again. and it's something that you cannot see an end of. You're looking for an exit, and you're not able to find it because there's no one. You are completely stuck in that moment.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Yeah, because at some point you have one who is going to be like acting like you are the bad one and he's the victim, and then the other one knows he's going to react this way, and then he shows this person that he's not a victim because he started the problem, and now he's trying to blame the other person. So the other person is showing her or him with facts that that's not the way it happened. And then the other gets offended because, oh, you are telling me that now I'm a liar or whatever. And then, oh, okay, now you're playing again the victim card, and you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So often, more often than not, sadly, a breakup happens, and when that does happen, it's like, okay, if you're really mature about things, you're not just gonna ask, why did they do that to me, and completely victimize yourself. You're gonna ask yourself, what did I ignore? What did I allow? And if I could have a second shot, what would I do differently? You know, because yeah.
And I think one other thing that is very important too is to understand that it's not about blaming anyone or blaming yourself. It's not to, taking who is the powerful one in the relationship, who is right, who is not. It's not about that. I think it's important to understand your role in your relationship. Because it's not all of them, and it's not all about us. I mean, we are in a couple, so there's responsibility in both sides. It's not like it's only your fault or it's just me. It's not about that.
Yeah,
I mean, you have
absolutely.
to change a lot of things that you think that you can change.
Yeah, you can't put all the blame on the one person. You got to look at yourself too.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe, who knows, like if you manage to do that with yourself and the person does that as well, who knows, maybe you can rebuild the relationship. I mean, it depends on the people too, but don't always blame yourself, but ask yourself the questions, what did I ignore? What
Yeah, and be aware of your role in the situation, because if you understand that, you will be able to change it, or at least trying to change it, and maybe be able to find the exit of this a nightmare that you're having all over again. But if you're not able to accept that you have a responsibility, there's no way this person is going to change. Because sometimes you have people that are like, oh yeah, I don't know, I was at work and this person told me that, and then my boss told me this, and they say that it's the same thing that you have in our house, the same problematic, and then you are like, oh yeah, it's true, we have the same problems here in our house than you have at work. So if I'm telling you so, and another person or 3 other people are telling you that you have the same problem that I have, is because you haven't changed at all. You're still having the same kind of problem everywhere. So you can say, okay, I accept it. But if 10 days after you accept it, you're going back where you were 10 days before that, actually, I'm going to be very mean, but you didn't accept anything at all. It was like, okay, I'm going to change because I didn't like that this person and this person and this other person told me the same thing, and you telling the same thing you tell me at home. And you think like, oh, I'm vulnerable right now because it might be true. But then you're like, I don't care. It's not true. So it happens that you are maybe 50 and the last 30, 40 years you've been acting the same way. So, and you're always saying, oh, I changed because, and I when I broke up with this person, it's because I was so immature and because I was like that and whatever. And you're like, you were? Because I don't see anything different about what you just say. I mean, you have the same pattern all over again. And obviously, there is a point where the other person is like, you know what, I'm out because I'm tired of it.
Yeah, the fatigue is through repetition, fatigue just builds up and it's like, you know what, I'm out of here. Like, I'm not going to do this again. Maybe they're reliving things that as well. So, I mean, to go against all that,
what can we do?
I mean, what could help us keep a relationship alive? I mean, it's not what actually keeps a relationship alive. I mean, it's not just working; it's alive, like full of I guess energy, right?
Yeah. But the problem is that a lot of people think that love has the power to fix everything.
No.
And love is not enough. Because relationships, at first it might be love, it might be kind of excitement, but that excitement and that love that you had at the beginning disappears. It changes. It's not the same. So what can we do exactly to get in a better relationship, and what keeps a relationship alive? Well, I think we have, first of all, to understand the situation we are at. Right?
Yeah.
Because honestly, you can love someone very, very deeply and be completely disconnected to this person. Because you're not trying to fix anything. You don't take responsibility about anything. And that's not the way you can keep a relationship alive.
Yeah, you're in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You're just, okay, well, this is my life. Yeah.
So where does this energy come from?
Well, I'd say, I mean, here you got to use your sense of, I don't know, of curiosity, of play, of wanting to have new experiences. I mean, like if you've always lived in the same house in the same town with your partner, whether it's a boyfriend or spouse, and one day you're like, you know what? I think we should take a trip. I got enough money and you can help me out with the meals. Hey, why don't we go to the Netherlands? Or, something.
I like the Netherlands.
And if you don't have it, hey, we never go to the beach. Let's go to the beach, like the one closest to your home. Or, hey, no, we've never gone skiing. And again, obviously you have to be realistic. You have to have the cash, right? But now, if you don't have enough cash, okay, you can still change it up. Hey, you know what? The Michael Jackson movie is but the critics say it sucks. Who cares? Let's go watch it.
Oh, let's go to Disneyland.
Also, yeah, I mean, something to spice up the mood, right?
Let's have an adventure,
Yeah.
Let's go a hike and go somewhere where we can have an adventure. I don't know, people who are in Hawaii, for example, you have a lot of amazing hikes. So you can have a lot of adventures there because some of your hikes are kind of dangerous, but cool. So you can do that together. And guys, if you are in other cities, I know that there are places where you can have an adventure in closed doors, actually, but it's kind of, hiking or those places where you have to do a lot of things when you are in a very high place and you have to make all the way around that place, but you have to go through, I don't know, bridges where you have nowhere to
To hide.
yeah, or yeah, because you are so high that you can see the floor, and you're like, I can't go there because I'm gonna fall. And you know you're not
Wow.
going to fall, but you know it's kind of an adventure if you, for example, you are a little bit scared of heights, or height, or maybe you are like me, that you need to have a complete control over the situation, and you know that you need to have 3 points where you can hold somewhere, and you know that without that maybe you cannot do it, and you have to challenge yourself to go there, and maybe your partner can help you to do that kind of things, or maybe climb something. You don't need to go outdoors. There's a lot of things that you can do indoors that have a lot of adventurous
Yeah, yeah,
possibilities.
yeah. I mean, you can go to where I live. Especially during Halloween, there's these like houses. They're old houses, and they set up these Halloween experiences, and people come out like shocked, but they have a blast. They get chased everywhere. And they're pretty
Yeah.
houses. The creative bug has to get into you to spice
Yeah.
up the relationship, and vice versa. And sometimes maybe you might not be totally like, I mean, your partner might say, hey, let's go watch a baseball game live. Well, you know what, maybe that's not your cup of tea, but your partner's taking the initiative. So you know what, you go with it. You're like, you know what, okay, let's go watch a baseball game. That will make you happy, and you know what, your happiness is going to rub off on me, and then you can say, you know what, I want to go see Phantom of the Opera, even if it's in Spanish, and your partner will be like, well, okay, let's go. So
Yeah.
that's, be flexible, but it's different. It's out of the routine.
Yeah, it's like the escape chambers. Some people
Yeah.
don't like them because they feel like they will never go out of them. But if you have a partner who can challenge you and help you to go through it, it could be nice, because it's going to help you to connect again in a different way, because you're going to start knowing this person. And I can talk about it because I experienced it not longer ago, because I went with my husband climbing, because I love to climb, but he's very afraid of heights.
Uh-huh.
And he was, I don't know, like 3 meters up, and suddenly he had that bad idea to look down, and he was like,
Oh
please,
my God.
please help me. And I was like, what can I do? Just let yourself go. I'm holding you. And he was like, I can't. You have to, because otherwise I can't help you. Let it go. Let it go. And he was like, I can't. And it was kind of a funny moment, because he was so stressed up, and I couldn't stop laughing, because I was like, sorry, but I can't do anything else to help you if you don't let go. And then I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna go down the same way I came up. And I was like, that's not a very good idea, but if you want to. So I have to release little by little. And at the end, he was able to go down, but it was a very funny moment. And that's another thing, guys. Having fun.
Yes.
Make jokes. Get the, I don't know, make fun for each other. Mock each other. I don't know. It could be so funny. And I can tell you, I couldn't stop just, fooling around with him about, oh, you were stuck out there. And you were yelling, please help me. And he was, stop it. It's not funny. Oh, no, it was very funny. Actually.
Had a lot of banter. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's where the humor, guys, you have to have a sense of humor. Like, yeah, know how to laugh at each other. It's not hurtful. It's just banter,
Yeah,
Some
you
people
can have fun, and just teasing each other. It doesn't have to be a mean thing all the time.
exactly. Yeah, no, and yeah, fun. And I love roller coasters. You like
Oh
that?
yeah, I love them.
I love. Not everybody does, but you know what? It's like, okay, let's get on. And even if they don't talk to you afterwards for a bit, but it's like the rush and everything. I mean, there's so many things you can do, or you can
Yeah.
go swimming in the sea. Obviously, not shark infested waters, but you know.
Well, guys, if you're in Australia, you know what we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. No, everywhere. I think the place with the most, and I don't mean to go off topic, but the place with the most shark attacks now is near Daytona Beach in Florida. Guys, it's global warming. Some people say, oh, no, it's not happening. No, it is. Okay. It's not a lie, but whatever. I mean, okay, so you don't go to the shark infested water.
Yeah, avoid it.
You can go to freaking, I don't know, Six Flags Atlantis or something to swim around, or go to your local pool, or if you have a pool, you know, and have fun with your partner there, or if you
Yeah,
want.
you can have. The other day I was on Instagram and I saw maybe a publicity about having a dinner somewhere. I don't remember where, but you are actually very up high and you have to eat there. It's a dinner, and all you can see if you go is that the people in front of you, or an amazing view, or you can freak out because you're afraid of heights. And I was like, I want to go.
Oh my God, you got to go to those extreme. I watch videos
I
like
want to
that.
go. And my husband was like, are you crazy? There's no way. What if I have to go to the bathroom?
Well, but you know those extreme height things, and
I
yeah,
love them, but he's so scared of heights. So I was like, oh, come on. We can
but
do
there's
it. Don't be a baby. And well, at the end, no. There's no way. We can go another place. And no, I want to go there. It's funny. You know, like it's in the middle of nowhere, in the air. You can eat,
my
an
God, yeah.
incredible experience. And no, I couldn't convince him. So I think I'm not going to go.
Oh, but you know what? I mean, I watch all sorts of documentaries, and I mean, there's some like really awesome like campsites. They're right off the cliff of some mountains. I think there's one in Venezuela or whatever, where you have to climb up the mini mountain, and then there's like it's not a tent, it's like a tube or something, and you sleep there. I mean, it's on the edge, and yeah, if you have to go to the bathroom, you go inside there. They have a place, right? But you in the morning, you look out and you see like the morning mist, like the clouds beneath you because it's so high up. But what a view! I mean, if you're up for that,
I love
Even if-
all this stuff.
yeah, the adventure stuff. Me, I'd take longer to get up there, but I would do it, but slowly. Because I'm like a turtle when I do hiking.
You know what I love about it? That sometimes I'm so afraid to do it, and like exactly, I'm like, I have to do it. Even if I get like the other day, I was frozen because as I said, I need to have control, and I need to have 3 points of somewhere that I can hold my hands and hold something, and I need to have complete control, that I know that if I'm gonna go down, I have something to hold on. And at some point I was like, I cannot do this. I have nothing else but this little thing taking care of me, and I can't go there. And he was like, you can do it. And I'm like, I know I can't. And I know, I was like, I know that this is something in my head. And I'm just repeating myself, it's in your head, it's in your head, it's in your head, it's in your head. But I wasn't able to do it. And he started just having fun, because that was his turn to make fun of me, because he was able to do it.
What were you guys doing? Climbing a mountain again, or what were you doing?
Oh, no, it's a place. I don't know where it was. It was like a surprise. And we went there, and you have all of... It's like a place where you have to walk, and you have a lot of ways to go to a side to another, but the way you have to go there, it's very up high, but you have different ways to go, and some are more secure than others, and there's some ways that you cannot go holding anything else.
Oh wow! Oh,
So you have only, the security one, and you have to trust the security one to make
Take you.
to take you, and if you fall, that this thing is going to hold you. But I have nothing else to take, to hold on, and I need total control about that kind. I'm a control freak in that kind of things. So I was like, I can't. And he was able to do it. And obviously, since I had fun the time before that, because he was stuck in the wall, he had a laugh because I couldn't do it. I was like, I know it's in my head and I know I can do it, but I wasn't able to let go of that problematic that I had of having control of everything. And in that moment, I couldn't. I just have to trust the only one line who was securing me, and I couldn't do it. But you can do it. Just take it with your hands. I know it's only one thing. I need two others to go there. And I was like having such a big laugh because I was so stuck and I couldn't move otherwise. You go there. I'm gonna go back and find another way.
Well, yeah, but yeah, okay, all those emotions crept up, and even if you had to go back, but the adrenaline, that adrenaline boosts your energy. I mean, regardless of whether you made it or not, it just boosts you. And I think, yeah, I like out. I'm not the most talented, but I do like outdoor stuff. It really, I think Michaela and I are recommending the outdoors because, I mean, it's not just the challenges, but also the nature itself,
Yeah. And you know what? When you have that kind of sensations and situations where you have your partner in distress or, kind of blocked or something, even if you are laughing or making fun of this person, the way you are trying to make this person feel that you are there and that nothing's going to happen and trying to help this person, it shows this person another way to see you, because you are showing another way of showing yourself in another kind of situation that you've never been before, and that can make you feel closer to your partner because you know that. Like that day, telling me, you need to hold on with your both hands in the line. And I was like, I can't. You can do it. No, I can't. and I can try to hold you. I was like, no, you cannot, because if you fall, I'm going to fall with you. But the way this person is showing you and trying to calm you down or trying to help you or can make you connect in a different way.
Yeah, totally agree.
You are showing another side of you that maybe that person never saw before.
Looking for real conversations about love, connection, and everything in between? Listen to Love Hacks. Honest, heartfelt, and in 4 languages: English, Espanol, Francais, and Portuguese. Find your version wherever you get your podcast. See you soon.
Before.
Your vulnerability to a degree, or the fact that you can help the person, depending. But in each case, there's teamwork involved, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, folks. Relationships are teamwork.
Yeah, because we know that everything in a relationship is between both of you.
Yeah, so, playing, and it's cool to as I said earlier, banter, and I just spoke of the challenges both when she had the vantage point and then her husband had it, but it was, it wasn't like, oh, you loser, go away. No, it was like, ha ha ha, you can't. But they were having fun, and that, and they're busy people,
Yeah.
so, but it was a sort of a break from the regular routine.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and you guys you made memories, right? So, yeah, I'm totally all for that.
Yeah, I think having new experiences, even if it's for you going to a cooking class, it can be actually super fun too. Like maybe one is better than the other, but one thing that I recommend is when you do that kind of things, do stuff that you know that you don't know how any of you are going to react. Something it's new for you, for both of you. It's better. Because when you do something that the other person really knows how to do it, it's not it's not the same because you have to follow his lead. It's kind of what happened with the climbing thing.
He knew and you.
I knew how to climb, but he didn't really knew how it worked. So I have to be the one to secure all the things and to make sure that everything was secure and safe for him, and to explain him how to do things. So it's cool too, but it's not the same when you are in the same situation where you don't know how you are going to react or your partner is going to react because you've never done that before, and it makes it a little bit funnier, I think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think it should be something new, like, hey, okay, have you ever scuba dived? No, you? No. All right, let's do it. Or have you ever taken a Japanese cooking class? Nope. What about you? Nope. So you're going as newbies, both of you. There might be some competition, but you're both new at it, so nobody's gonna feel like an idiot. You can do the other thing too, where somebody knows better than the other one. But yeah, as Michaela said, it'll be like, oh, well, you're a pro and I'm just a rookie and I suck. And maybe I don't want to do it again because you saw me most vulnerable. I peed myself. Thank you very much, So yeah, something new, but I'm all for that. Right now, I don't have a partner, but I have friends, and we do stuff that neither of us have done. So nobody's a pro. Some are more talented than others. I've never broken my ankle. My friend did. We're doing hiking and stuff. And I'm this Friday, I'm going to have them over. They're like, I don't like swimming. I'm like, shut your mouth. Okay, yes, I know how to swim, but let's enjoy the water. It's freaking hot.
Yeah, you have to find ways to have fun. And I think, too, that if you are able to have fun and have a sense of humor, even if you have a very dark kind of humor, when you are fighting or when you have a big argument, to be able to joke about something or just start laughing because something... and make that situation, it might help to go in a different way, because maybe you're going to relax a little bit when someone starts to laugh. It can be another thing, though. If your partner doesn't have a sense of humor, it can go very, very bad too. But if you're able to make a joke or, just laugh a little bit and try to cool down the situation, it could help too, because seriously, when you laugh, you start to heal something. Because when you start laughing, the tension goes away somehow. That's why a lot of the time you can see in funerals and stuff like that, people who laugh a lot.
Yeah. Well, the Irish wakes, they're more about laughing than not. Yeah.
And but even if you're not in a specific country, time to time you are in a funeral and I've seen it a lot of time, that you find people that you haven't seen for a long time because they're living in another city or whatever, and they came just for the funeral, and you start talking with these people, and suddenly you start to talk about things that you maybe did when you were younger with them, and you start laughing a lot, and or or you have the, that guy or that girl who is the funny one in the group and start making jokes, and sometimes people get offended because of that, but they don't realize that that kind of reaction is because they are so stressed up, that's the way they they relieve themselves with jokes, with laugh, with sense of humor and stuff like that.
Yeah, I did that last year at the funeral of one of my friends' fathers. I bumped into some cousins, and I had Snapchat, and we took funny pictures, and we were laughing at the wake. We were laughing, and I still have the photos.
And at the end, you're just healing. You were healing and getting all of the sadness and stress away. And that's exactly what we have to do when we have arguments and fights with our partners, because we will be able to cool down a little bit and put the tension away. And it's those same things when we're telling you that maybe you should go for a walk to cool down. It's another method and another way, another hack to maybe try and cool the situation off a little bit.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yeah, laughter is very, and it rejuvenates you.
Yeah, it heals.
Yeah.
And that's why we hear a lot that the best medicine is laugh.
A good laugh. Yeah.
And we also know that if we're not able to do that, at the end of the day, our relationship is going to shut down in a very slowly way, because they don't just end one day to another. Relationships start to fall apart slowly.
Yeah, I mean, now and then there's the exception, but really most of them, it's just the lackluster daily feeling, the just crumbling and existing rather than living, right? You're just like, oh, I need my coffee. What about? Okay, have a nice day. We're going.
Same conversation, same argument, same reaction, same everything. The routine, nothing changes. It's boring. You don't find a way to make things better. So it starts to slowly shut down.
Yeah, and then. And we were mentioning play before. Well, if that's no longer there or never was, it's much like children, right? Children who don't play are pretty miserable.
Yeah.
And it's the same with adults. This business of, you have to act maturely. Well, okay, sure you do at work and that, but with your partner, those moments of play, again, rejuvenation, and if you don't have that, things are going to go sour, or they're just going to go south.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to find some flexibility in the situations you are in. I think it's the best thing to do, and because I'm sure that without it, everything it's just so rigid. You go nowhere. It's just like like being in the box all the time with nothing new about it.
Yeah. So, Michaela, really the final truth, and this is to wrap up, but the final truth is that really you're not going to be the same person with every partner. And it's better to have less than more, right? And because each person, we're all individuals. So different people bring out different parts of you, right?
Yeah, and different reactions of you.
Yes. So really the question is, do you know what gets activated in you with your current partner? And here we're living in the present. You can look back at the past because that's human, but when you have a partner, that partner with you right there and then is the person that matters, not so and so from 1995. Okay, it's the person you're with. So you have to live the present, and you're another version of yourself as well because you're no longer 18. Maybe you're, well, I'm not going to do the math, but maybe you're 45 or something. You're not going to be the same person either. Physically, you won't be either. So it's a question of just finding, like, if you're happy with this partner or are trying to find happiness, yeah, having fun when you can. It's not going to be a constant because that's impossible, but the moments of real joy, strive for them, right? And you know that there's going to be a routine also because
that's life.
That's life, exactly. People have to work, Don't think that you're going to have the supposed Paris Hilton life, which, by the way, she has her routine too. But a lot of people,
absolutely, we all have a routine, and we need to understand that the goal is not to find someone perfect,
which is impossible.
It's actually to try to understand yourself enough to stop repeating what goes badly and things that don't work and be able to fix it, but not by changing them,
Yeah, exactly.
Just trying to be a better version of yourself and work on stuff that you know that you have to change. But you don't have to say, oh, I cannot change, or I don't care what the other people say, because at the end of the day, people get tired.
That's right. So, be true to yourself. What is it? That comes from Hamlet. Be true to yourself. And God willing, your partner will also be true to him or herself, and know both when you're right and what your flaws on and what your flaws are, and vice versa.
Exactly.
And reaching agreements, etc. So, yeah. Well, Michaela, I think we covered it.
Yeah, I think we did, and I hope that you appreciated this podcast. And please let us know what you think. If you have topics you want to talk about, let us know.
Yes.
And we will.
Indeed, we will. And, well, we wish you a most excellent beginning of the week, the whole week. And we're going to be seeing you folks soon enough. So have a good one.
Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.
If this episode resonated with you, make sure to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.